I was
Yeah.
just trying to see if I should buy one or not.
Yes, you should, but
Well,
you
because
may
I
it
don't
may
drink
just sit
those
in your
perk
drawer.
deals.
Well, maybe you'll be like, "What's this perk about? Should I
Well,
try it?"
no. The last thing I need is another addiction.
Yeah, true.
Hey, Kim.
Hey, Katie.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good.
Good, good. We're sitting here. We've been talking for like 20 minutes, being like, is Nate gonna join us? Should we
Where's
just
Nay?
start?
Yeah. Yeah, he said 8. We said 8, but it's 8:20, so we're going without him.
Yeah. Well, he is getting ready to go on vacation, so
He
maybe
is.
he's
Yeah, busy.
busy
Yeah.
doing that. Who knows?
Yeah, so excuse Nay's absence, every longtime
Yeah.
listeners.
Unless he hops on here, who knows,
Yeah,
during
he
this
might.
whole podcast.
Surprise. Yeah.
Yes, yes. I
Yeah.
wouldn't be surprised. Anyway,
Anyway, I was telling Kim that
yeah.
that I threw up the other day. All of a sudden, I was grooming dogs, and it came on me so fast I couldn't even get to anywhere. So I just leaned over my trash can and threw up. And then Kim says to me, "Did you have a nicotine patch?"
Yeah.
And I was like,
Well,
no.
no.
And then you said, well, haven't I told you about the nicotine patch? And I said, save it for the podcast. So
Yes.
we're here, we're recording. So tell me the story.
Yeah. But yeah, so for 20 minutes, Katie went through her day by day of throwing up.
Yeah, I did.
Body aches.
Hey,
That's
you
what
were
we've been
asking
talking about.
questions.
I know, because I'll tell you, it's weird. I don't know if this is anyone else, chime in listeners, but when you get past 40, it's like, I can't
Weird.
even think like when I've thrown up. You know, like you don't throw up
Yeah,
very
you know,
often
as an
after a
adult.
certain age, I
Yeah.
feel like.
Right.
You know, unless you have food poisoning or something. But in general, when you're sick, I, like you, I just don't throw up that often.
Yeah. Although I have to say, I feel like just in the last few years, sometimes I'll throw up.
Well, maybe after you
Like I'll have a really
get a certain
acidy
age, you
stomach,
start- yeah,
and then I'll throw up, and I'll
Well,
think,
that might
"Whoa,
just
that's
be
weird."
from eating way too much junk
Yeah.
food.
Crappy foods that
Yeah,
could be.
your stomach's
But
like,
yeah, like you don't really
"Oh."
get sick like you did when you were young. Like
Yeah.
I remember when we were young, you'd run through the hallway and I'd just puke all over the floor.
Well, yeah, or
trying
you'd
to
have
get
to have
to
a
the
throw up bowl or
bowl.
I don't
Yeah,
know,
because you can't
whatever.
make it to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't remember the last time I threw up except for this nicotine patch thing.
Okay.
So a year
For
ago,
first of all, why'd you have a nicotine
okay,
patch?
I'm going to tell you all this.
Okay.
So a year ago, I follow this person and she's very into natural things. And she was telling me,
Telling me.
Well, I
There's
felt
the
like she was
problem.
telling me because she's
These
a
are your only
public-
friends.
yeah. Well, she's an influencer. I actually don't know her personally, but
Yeah.
she's like a
I
little bit
know.
older
That's
than
what
me.
I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
funny. You think these
Well,
influencers
I
are
felt like
talking
she
to
was
you.
talking to me. Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
okay.
Anyway, she was talking about menopause symptoms and things that she did, and I thought, oh, well, I should try this. And she was saying that she started this nicotine patch, and I
I
thought,
can't believe you
I
tried
know,
that.
well, listen.
Okay.
So I was like, listening to her more and more, and I swear, in one of the things I was listening to or reading, it said there's no nicotine. And I didn't even think twice about it. Didn't even think twice. I got the exact brand she got.
There's
She
the
said, this is
problem.
the brand you get.
Yeah,
And
didn't think twice
and
about it.
didn't even think twice. I went to Walgreens and it was buy one box, get one free. And I thought, score. There's like 30 patches in each box. Anyway, so you start off with a fourth of a patch. So they're like a patch,
cut
you
'em?
know.
Okay.
And then you cut them into fourths because
Okay.
your body just gets
Okay.
like you
And
start
again,
off small.
I need to tell our listeners this is not a recommendation or what do you call it?
Oh,
this is
after I tell you the story, they're
Okay.
going to be like, no,
Like,
I'm
no
not
way.
going to do
Okay.
it. Okay. So I started, I put a fourth of a patch on and
Where do you put it?
I just put it here on the back of my arm
Okay.
and just went about my day for a few days. You leave it on for a day, 2 days, 2 or 3 days, and then
I can't.
I
Okay.
didn't really feel anything. I put another one on, a fourth, and because I was like, I got to give it a little bit to get this going.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then I still wasn't feeling too much, a little bit, but not too much. So then the next day I thought,
Feeling what? What
like
what were you looking for?
I guess I
What
was
was
looking
your
for like to help with like it's not that I have hot flashes, but maybe just more like anxiety, like stuff uh like other symptoms. I don't know. I'm trying to think of menopause symptoms too. Like all the symptoms she says it's really
right?
great for.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so a few days go
Okay.
by. I've
Hmm.
got these fourth patches, not
Okay.
feeling much. So I thought, well, so I thought,
Okay.
okay, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So I thought, okay, I'll
Don't
start
tell
doing
me
the
you put
half a
another fourth
patch.
on. Oh, okay. Half a
No. So I
patch.
thought,
Okay.
okay, my body's gotten up. I'm gonna do the fourth or the half patch. So I cut it in half, stuck it on. All right, then I got to work, started working, and then about, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours later, kind of started feeling a little sick, but I thought, well, I probably
You,
need to eat something.
okay.
Like I was feeling that feeling of I need to eat something.
You
And
told me about throwing up in the trash can at
yes,
work.
this is
You
this
did
is
not
that story.
mention you had a nicotine patch
Well, I'm
on.
telling it to you right
Okay.
now.
All right.
Okay, so did I tell
You
the whole
ate it?
podcast this story already
No,
that
you
I
just
threw
told
up in the
me. And
garbage?
you were like, it's so weird. Because, like, you
Yeah.
didn't know why you threw
Well,
up.
at first I didn't make the connection
Yeah,
to it.
right. Right.
Anyway, so then I started eating and I thought, okay, I feel a little better. Then like a half hour went by and all of a sudden I thought, I'm going to throw up. So I said to my boss, will you give me that garbage can? I'm going to throw and like, give me the garbage can. I'm going to throw up and get out of here. And he's like, what? So he grabbed it and then I was like, hey, get out. And then I just started throwing up in this garbage can. Like,
Yes.
anyway. And then like I threw up. Okay. Then I
Okay.
thought, oh, I must be so sick.
Yeah.
And so went home for the day. And then I started thinking, oh, I wonder if it's this nicotine patch. And so I ripped it off. And
Okay.
then I felt better. Okay. Then I
Oh,
never
okay.
put another nicotine patch on because the next day Olivia came over and I was telling her this whole story. And
Yeah.
I said, these nicotine patches. And then she said, what? And I said, she's like, well, they probably have nicotine in them. I'm like, oh no, there's no nicotine in them. She already anyway. And Olivia was like, Mom, go get me the box. And so I was like, okay. So I went, got her the box, and she's like, it literally says here on the box, some like as much as smoking a pack a day or something. So I'm like, what? I swear she said there's no nicotine in this. And then I looked at it, and sure enough, it said something. I don't know if it said smoking a pack a day,
Yeah,
but
right. But there was I mean, that's
yeah.
known. That's what it
Well,
is.
I know nicotine patch, and Olivia's like going on and
To
on,
help
and
you
she's
get
like,
off
"Mom,
of. Yeah.
there's these influencers. Like, don't they get kickbacks? They get paid, and
Right.
it's like
Right.
all these stuff." And anyway, I was like, "Well, she seemed really like." I mean, I'm
Legit.
sure it worked for her,
So we're
whatever.
good friends.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm sure it worked for her,
Yeah.
but
Well,
I
no,
mean,
it probably
she's
didn't work.
well,
It's probably just
I'm
to
think
get money.
well,
Yeah.
maybe it could be, but
Yeah, they're lying all the
she
time.
swears by it. She
Yeah,
looks like
well,
an honest person.
yeah,
Should I show
right.
you her face?
Okay. Well,
Anyway, all right. So that's the
well,
nicotine story.
yeah.
Yeah. All
Okay,
right.
I'm disappointed Nay's not here because one of the things I wanted to talk to you and him about is, but I'll just talk to you and we'll fill him in
Okay.
later.
Okay.
Is I was listening to an interview of a guy on a podcast. He's a singer, a musician. Anyway, he was talking about his wife was on Jeopardy because it was her lifelong dream to be on Jeopardy, and
Okay.
he said she did the test every year until they picked her. And I'm like, the test? What is
Yeah.
that
What
about? So
test?
then I got online, and sure enough, they have a Jeopardy test that you can take and see if you qualify to be on the show.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And so then I thought, we should be on the show. And then I thought, well, of the three of us, don't you think Nay should be on Jeopardy?
Well,
Wouldn't
of
he
the
do
three
well?
of us, Nay would do the best. I don't know if it.
Well, you know how he knows everything.
Yes.
Well, you know how he knows all the, like everything we bring up. He's like, oh yeah, I've heard of
I
that.
know that.
Or,
That's true. He knows
Yeah.
a bit about every little thing. Yeah.
He's very book smart, Nay.
Yeah.
And those
yeah.
are the ones that do well on Jeopardy.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm gonna
Did
get
you
him.
take the test?
No, because you can only take one a year.
1 a year. Well, it'd be interesting to just take it just to see how.
Well, yeah.
If you get any right.
Right. And I was like, I know. I was like, well, maybe I just saved it for the podcast. Because like I looked it up and I thought, ooh, this would be fun. It takes 15 minutes. And I thought, well, let's get Nate to do it on the podcast. But maybe we'll have to have him do it.
Yeah.
For next time. And, you know, and then you can get free tickets to go. And I thought, wouldn't that be fun if Nate was on it and you and I went to the show?
Yeah. And what if Nate was like that guy who now hosts it?
Yeah.
He wins and then eventually he hosts the show.
Yeah. Well, wouldn't that be exciting?
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway.
Boy, I just want to take the test.
Well, let's all three of us this week take the test.
Okay.
And then next week we'll come.
Yeah.
We'll what's the
Circle
word?
back around.
Follow up.
Yeah.
Yeah, follow up. Although next week he's on vacation. Who knows if he'll do it.
He may not.
But you know how
there.
Nate, he can multitask.
Yeah.
A million
I
things.
think all the listeners, I think that sounds fun for everyone to do.
Yeah, that is fun. You're right. Let's all see.
know?
Yeah. And it said you have to be an American citizen or a Canadian citizen.
Oh, okay.
So I
take
thought,
the
okay.
test. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
to be on the show. You
have
take
to
the
send
test.
us the link. And
Yeah,
then,
I'll send the link. Yeah, and then we'll post it.
Yeah,
too.
post it.
Yeah. Okay. Off the cuff.
Yippee.
Yeah.
I love off the cuff.
Off the cuff. Here's our hat.
We don't have to think.
Yeah. Well, we don't have to think ahead of time.
That's right.
Okay. This is from my sister-in-law, Molly Raymond.
Okay.
Art. Is there an art brain, she says, or can anyone learn it? There's a story about a man who had an accident that drove a metal bar through his brain. Afterwards, he could sculpt perfectly.
Oh, yeah. Somewhere in there is. That reminds me of the story about that girl that also had an accident, and then she woke up and she had a accent as if she was from another country.
Oh, yeah. I've heard of that too.
Like she had a Chinese accent, and she could not speak how she did before. Isn't that
From
interesting?
then on, she had a Chinese accent.
From then on, she had this Chinese accent, and she could not go back to just her normal way of talking.
That is so interesting.
And then
what
like
accent would we want?
Well,
If you could have any accent.
if I could have any accent, I'd probably pick.
I guess I'd pick New Zealand.
Yeah, I was going to say New Zealand. We have a lot of South Africans in our neighborhood, and I love their accents too.
Oh yeah, South African. That would be a neat one.
Yeah,
Any of them. I love accents.
I do too.
That'd be
It's
fun
true.
to have one. Although not because of an accident, because then everybody would be like, what's wrong with her? Yeah. Okay,
so
back
the
to
guy,
our...
Yeah, so the guy he got
could
a
sculpt
thing.
perfectly.
Yeah, but what got into his brain?
Let's see.
bar?
A metal bar. No.
A metal bar. Oh.
Drove a metal bar through his brain. So her question is there an art brain or can anyone learn it?
Well, I think there is an art brain. Probably anyone can. Although myself, being not an artist, it would be like me trying to learn another language. I could do it, but it would take years and years of me to like really trying super hard to do it. You know?
I definitely agree with you. I think there is an art brain. I think that people are born with, whether it's art or sports or anything, people are born with certain abilities.
Yeah.
And other people can learn those abilities. But I think it comes like it's a hard learn.
Yes.
And I don't know if they ever get to the point. I don't know if they can ever learn their way to the point where somebody who's like born with that natural ability can be.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely. I
Yeah.
agree. Because it's like anyone could get good at something, but to really like where you feel like
Excel.
I'm really good at this.
I think
Yeah,
you have to have a born thing. Yeah.
Yeah, for
I'll
sure.
tell you an example that Dan and I have talked about over the years. When we were first married, he loved going to the skate park like every Saturday. And so I'd go and watch him because we didn't have kids yet or anything. And there was this one guy, and his name was, he had a good name. Ah, dang it. Anyway, he was there every Saturday.
I got an idea. After when you're going back and editing, just
Uh-huh.
put in his name.
It's all that weird.
Fred.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, I've almost got it.
Kevin.
No. Keep it coming, Kim. I'll
I
get
know.
it. No, it's rhymes with dustbin. Because they'd
And
say
it starts with a K.
it seems like it.
Cuspin. You said it rhymes with dustbin.
Yeah,
And it starts
Cuspin.
with a K.
But we'd see him every week, and he worked harder than anyone at the skate park to skate good. And we watched him week after week get better.
Okay.
And he got and then years passed when Dan had stopped going. He was still down there every week practicing. And anyway, we used to say how like that guy, like Dan's a naturally good skater. He always has been.
Mm-hmm.
That kid worked so hard to get to where he was. I mean, I have never seen anyone work harder at something. And he, could do it, but he could never get to the level that, say, Dan was. With all his hard work and years of trying, he just, so that's a good example. Like, you can work hard, but.
Right. And yes, it's like when you watch somebody, even in sports, I mean, dancing, just anything. And you can watch somebody and tell right away, like, wow, they do not have this like rhythm. They don't have like coordination.
Right.
I mean, they don't like they could sit.
There's something that
good.
they can't learn.
Yes. Well, they could do
they
it.
They can try.
Yeah. It just wouldn't look. It will never be like as good as someone who's naturally talented.
Yeah. But I used to admire this kid. Gosh, I wish I could think of his name.
I know.
It's so we've said it for
Cuspin.
No, it's close to that though. Okay. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna let me ask Dan.
Yes.
I
just would like it if you would come back as you're editing and just come on and say
the name. I know, that's always fun. Jabin. It's Jabin. Yeah, Jabin. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know why.
I could have just said J, and then you would have been like, "Oh yes, Jabin."
Yeah. So anytime we talk about this thing, we're always like, it's just like Jabin.
Yeah.
So maybe they would say something about the trash bin. I just was thinking dustbin.
J-bin, trash bin.
I don't know. Yeah.
J-bin, don't end up in the trash bin.
And like Dan met up with him by accident, maybe 10 years ago, and he was still at it. He was still, and he'd gotten married and had kids, and he was still going every Saturday.
Had he improved over all these years?
Yeah, just enough to do okay. No. Like never got to the level of a really good skater.
Yes, but
I mean, when they first went with him there, he had he was like a 14-year-old kid, and he had all this stuff on, gear, the helmet and the elbow pads. And he'd always get in their way. Like they'd be like, Jabin, because he was always it's kind of like, in The Incredibles with Syndrome.
Oh, yeah.
And how he's as a kid, he's like, hey, Mr. Incredible, I'm your biggest fan.
Yeah.
That's kind of how Jabin was. He admired Dan a ton and was always wanting to be like him. And And then by the time a few years passed, Jabin had gotten to where he could like follow lines like Dan and stuff, but never, he just
Yeah,
didn't,
yeah.
he was not a natural skater,
Right.
but he
Yeah.
was a good example of somebody that just put the work in and
Right.
really improved. But,
Yeah.
he was always like kind of unnaturally, like his
Yeah.
stance
Not
wasn't quite
right. That's what I'm
natural.
talking about. Like
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
sports, anyone, if they don't have, I mean, I think about all the Pectel guys. I mean, like Matt could fall off of a roof and roll out of it
Land.
and jump right up. Yeah.
Right.
Like, I mean,
And
that's
it's just
not everyone
natural.
could just do that.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
or like, I think like with math, because I'm not good at math, but like I watch Matt, like when he teach our kids math, or even just if he's working with something, math, figuring out like dimensions for things. And my brain cannot, like, I cannot comprehend. Like,
yeah, me too.
It's like geometry, all that stuff. Like, he is so good about putting things the right, like, this has to be this, like, this much meter. I don't know. And I'm like, how are you figuring that out? It's like a certain type of brain that can think in that way.
Yeah.
And it's very fascinating. And I'm always like I can almost picture it, but I can't like get it done on, I don't know. I just am like, yeah, it's, I don't know.
I mean,
what kind of
perhaps
brains
with
do
math,
we have? Well, you have creativity.
Well, I have a creative brain. Yeah, like in art, I was always really good at art, even in elementary school. Like, we'd have a project and mine was always one of the better ones. And I always got a lot of praise for it. And I remember being like, I even went through a phase where I'd say, well, this isn't very good. So that people would be like, no, Katie, that is so good. And I'd be like, no.
No, tell me again about it.
But I remember thinking, like, as an artist, and I went, that was my major in college even. I thought, you can learn all these techniques, but I remember thinking there's something in me that's just has always been there.
Yeah. Well, think about those posters that you used to make, and I mean they're nothing like spectacular, but at the time I remember being like, wow, that Katie is she's so good at art. Like, just because it's something I cannot do, right?
When you
don't, it's like,
when you don't have it. I'm trying to think. Math, I'm like you. Math is terrible, and
I know.
It's too bad Dan didn't get the math gene that Matt did, because both of us are the worst. Like, all our kids were just like, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to ask your teacher.
Yeah. I know, that is one where I wish I had
math
to.
is something that I think it's more in, I mean, I guess, but you can learn math.
Just from watching math though, it's like, it's your brain, like he can put things I
mean, it's right brain and left brain stuff. And
Matt's both.
Right.
He's
That's
very good at art, but he can also be very like engineering.
Yeah, left brain
too.
Yeah. Interesting.
I was gonna say my brain is logic, but now that I told that story about me putting a nicotine
say logic. Well, you're very organized.
I am very organized.
Yes,
you're
just not
like,
you're
if
just
I
not
do,
smart.
I'm a doer.
Yeah, you are a doer. You're very like regimented, and
I won't take that. I won't be offended. I'm smart enough.
Yeah, you're smart enough. I was just kidding.
I know.
You're smart where you need to be.
Yeah, smart where I need to be. But that is interesting. So read the question again.
Oh, okay. Let's see. It says, is there an art brain, or can anyone learn it? So we're saying you can kind of learn it, but
there is an art brain.
But there is an art brain.
Definitely.
There is a story about a man who had an accident that drove a metal bar through his brain. Afterwards, he could sculpt perfectly.
Yeah. Boy, I guess if you're going to have an accident, and at least you came out of it with
an accent or a sculpting ability. So that metal bar must have gone right through his right brain, or whatever brain side, and it tapped into something that,
Yeah.
was, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's
well,
interesting,
we
though.
only use 10% of our brains. So,
Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm. Okay,
Okay.
let's see. Let's have another one. Our
Yeah,
favorite
one more.
invention. This is my brother, Matt Riemann.
Okay.
What's our favorite invention?
Oh, our favorite invention? That's a good one to sit and think about. Because,
Well, right off,
like,
I'm saying the dishwasher.
okay. Well, I'm thinking an invention in our lifetime. Like, let's try to think of something within the last 20 years, let's say.
All right.
Of our married life.
Gosh.
Kind of.
Okay. 20 years? What has been invented? The
well,
internet?
Lots of things. Well, that's the greatest thing ever. Look at all
Starlink?
the stuff I learned.
Yeah.
Well, because there's tons of great inventions. I mean, you think about the car. We talked about the bicycle, the wheel. How people.
So that's why you're saying only in the last 20 years.
Well, I'm just saying there's so many good
let's
inventions.
say in our lifetime.
Okay. I'm just saying, think about when you brought up the bicycle, people not being able to communicate.
Right.
And then the bicycle was invented. And they could go further. And then a car and a plane. And,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are like huge inventions that changed our life on Earth.
Yeah. But an invention that we...
Now, if we had Nay here, he would pull up some really good ones.
Yes. Nay would be like...
And we're sitting here the curling iron, it's just stupid.
So that's that wouldn't be for us.
That's not for us, but I'm just thinking of something.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think of something
this is a favorite. Okay, this is a favorite invention he's asking, not the most important.
Yeah, that's a favorite.
So favorite invention.
Yeah, a favorite. Well, I'll tell you one thing that I just absolutely love of mine that I guess is a favorite invention is an electric blanket.
Oh, yeah. No kidding. That is our best friend.
Like in the winter, I use an electric blanket nonstop.
Me too. I never thought I would ever be a lover of electric blankets.
Yeah, that is not you.
Hooked. Yeah. But in the winter and you're cold from being outside or whatever.
Yep.
Oh, it's heaven.
Yeah, it is heaven.
Yeah, that is a good one. But that's not in our lifetime.
No, I'm just trying to think of a favorite.
A favorite. But are we limiting it to our lifetime or any invention?
I don't know. I'm thinking here. I'm just thinking of favorite things that I like.
We invented something. We should tell them about the towel owl.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. It's an invention that we came up with that hooks your towel to your oven handle. Any towel. Like you could have a towel that has crocheted to it and you could hook that with a button over your handle, but we wanted to make one that you could use your own towel and it would hold it onto your oven thing.
Mm-hmm. I still have mine on my... Me
too.
I still use it.
We used to sell them and we sold over 1,500 of them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So they were popular, but anyway, if anyone sees a towel owl out there, we invented it.
So it's this little wooden, they're like, is this it?
The button.
Yeah.
And it had two buttons and then Yeah. It was a good invention.
That was a good invention.
And we still haven't seen one around.
No.
I mean, I haven't seen anything
like that
would do the same job.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe we still will get them out there.
Yeah. Guess we should bring them back and see how they do.
Yeah. Well, okay. But anyway, favorite invention besides our own.
Besides our own, yes.
Yeah. Well, one thing I really love is how they make jeans now with a stretch in it.
Oh, yeah.
That's a big deal. Because back in the day, no stretch.
Yeah. And now
it was now that's
If I put on a pair of pants that's not got it's like
who would wear these? And even
stiff.
men's like Dan loves his jeans now and he's like, man, when I was a kid. So that's in our lifetime and that's a big game changer.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. It's a good one. Now you're making me think along that line. Oh, I'll tell you what's a great invention that I use every single morning to make my perk hot chocolate.
Oh yeah, well, you've
It's
already talked
this
about that thing.
that hand mix. Yes, that is the best thing ever. I just
Yeah.
grab that out whenever I need to mix or froth anything, and I zap it.
I should
It's
get
the
one of
best
those.
thing ever.
Yeah.
Oh, it mixes anything. It's like,
But what else? Because I don't really drink hot drinks, but
well,
like,
no,
what else do
just
you use it
anything.
for?
If you
I know.
need,
I'm saying what?
oh, like if you did
Like
a Crystal
eggs?
Light package,
Oh, okay.
if you wanted an egg, just any type of drink or anything that you need quickly whipped up.
Yeah.
It's so fast.
So fast.
And so
I'll have
handy.
to get one.
Yes, they're
Yeah.
like, it's the best.
Yeah. Oh, there.
Ah!
Yeah.
I don't know
Woo!
what I did different, but
Well, we're glad to have you here, and we were just going to ask you. Our last off the cuff was your favorite invention.
what was our
Yeah.
first off the cuff?
Well, we're not going back that far, but the first.
We can't even remember. So
Yeah.
just answer that.
No, is there an art brain, or can anyone learn it?
Oh, definitely there's an art brain, hey?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
people
We all
can learn
agree.
it, but there's like
It's-
a certain
Yes.
natural
exactly.
ability as well. Is that what you guys said?
Yeah, that's
Yep.
exactly what we said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We went
then what
on.
about
We went on and on about it, but that's basically the same.
you summed it up in
Perfect.
2 seconds?
But
And
don't
then
you
what
guys
about
think
your-
there's also a science brain and like people can learn
yeah.
that it's
We were
Yeah,
saying
we were talking
like,
about math,
different things, and
yeah, yeah, the left brain, the right brain, and
But
you
let's
can-
hear your invention.
favorite invention.
Okay, favorite invention.
Of course, there's inventions that change the world.
I
that
thought you
are
were
important.
saying corsets.
But they're boring.
And we even said if Nay were here, he'd come up with lots of those.
Did you guys forget to say chip clips?
Yeah, we did
Oh,
forget.
dang it.
That is a good invention. That should be our favorite. See, Nay, you're
That
so
should
clever.
be our favorite.
Yeah, chip clips. That's right. Holding our chips and plucking the mustaches. Yeah.
There we go. That is my favorite invention.
Yeah.
And I invented it.
Yeah, that's right.
Did Kim say hot tubs?
Why
Well, I
just
thought of-
Kim?
I
You
thought
always
about
say
hot
this,
tub.
Nate. We
Nate,
all have
Katie,
hot tubs.
you never
Oh.
get into your hot tub.
I'm in it all
Me
the
and Nate
time.
we always take pictures of us in the hot tub and
That's
send
right.
it to
Okay.
each other.
That's right. Why can't I be part of this game?
Well, have you ever sent us a picture of you in the hot tub?
No, I didn't know that was happening.
Okay, one of my favorite inventions. We went to a restaurant the other day and it had this robot, only it's not really much of a robot, but it's trays and it goes between the tables and goes to your table and drops it off.
Yeah.
It's like an early AI, but it doesn't look like a human robot, but it does that.
What?
Yeah,
Is that a
I've
chain?
heard of those. What was the restaurant? Do you remember?
It's called El Greco Cuisine.
Oh,
Was
I
it
don't
in your
think it's a
town?
chain. Yeah, it's in our town.
Yeah, I don't think
I
it's
mean,
a
in
chain.
Lethbridge.
yeah.
Interesting.
It's interesting. Someone just told me they went to a restaurant and that's the exact same thing. They had these robots and they didn't like them because they wanted their waiter, and it was, I don't know, a big thing. So that's
Right.
interesting. How did you
Interesting.
feel about it?
No, I thought they were pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's
I would
just
like
something
that.
different that I can think of right now. Of course, pianos. What about pianos?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
That's a
would
good
say
one.
that.
Yeah. I mean,
Favorite invention? Huh.
you've given us plenty.
I'm only
I don't-
one person.
You've given us robots that serve you
Robots.
food, hot tubs, and a piano.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's right.
And chip clips. I reminded you
Chip
about
clips.
chip
Yeah.
clips.
Yeah, that was the most important one.
That was the most, yeah.
Well, talking about you and your smarts, you missed something at the beginning of this podcast, and that is, and I said, I wish Nate was here, but I was listening to a guy talk on a podcast about his wife being on Jeopardy. Now, have you watched Jeopardy
Yeah.
much?
Yeah.
Okay. I got the idea. Well, because he said about his wife that she would take the test every year until she got accepted to be on the show. And I thought, you can take a test to see if you can get on the show. And so then my idea is that we all take the test but then you will make it onto Jeopardy because you're the smarty pants of this crew. Would you be willing to do that? Whoop.
Yeah. Sure.
Where's your light? Oh, yeah.
So, don't know.
Yeah. It takes 15 minutes. You can take one per year.
Whoa. I bet you have to go so fast, eh?
You have 15 seconds per question, and it's 50 questions.
Whoa.
15 minutes to answer 50. So,
yeah. And what was it? You have to be a U.S. citizen or a Canadian citizen.
Oh.
And if you make it, well, okay, we're all going to take the practice test. Now, I know you're going on vacation, but it will only take 15 minutes. So you think you can do it?
There's got to be like just an online version where you don't have to waste your one chance for the whole year. That's what we should do first.
Well, I say we just go for it. Take our one chance. Let's see how we do.
I feel like we're all going to make it on.
Yeah.
We'll try again next year if we don't.
Yeah, every year.
I mean,
and
we're
then
not going anywhere.
I've already been put on
exactly.
the yeah, exactly. I've already been put on the waiting list to get free tickets to see it filmed. So
When you're on.
I've already got us on that.
Oh, nice. Now, who is hosting it? Is it still that Jared guy that was the longtime champ, or the alternate celebrities?
It's Ken Jennings.
Oh, yeah.
Ken, yeah.
Yeah.
You're close, but
You're thinking of the Subway guy that
Yeah, that's
Jared.
I don't know if Nay should go on Jeopardy.
No, so this week. We're all three going to take the test. I'll send us the link, and then we'll check in next week.
Yep.
Yes, and if you can't because you're vacationing, you're going to send us your results, and we'll tell the longtime listeners because you're our biggest hope.
Mm-hmm.
You know a lot, Nay.
Help us, hey Kim and Katie. You're our only hope.
That's right. Yes. All right, you're here to bring us out.
Yippee!
Kim and Katie, we've laughed, we've cried. No, we haven't cried.
We may have. You don't know.
Yeah,
you may.
good point.
Yeah.
I could have
We
missed
did cry.
The one cry. It was a good one. Kim was really upset.
She said I wouldn't get on Jeopardy, that you would, and I said, "What?"
Yeah, I was just.
She was really nasty without you here.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I let Kim down. I left her alone with
Yes, I
Katie.
know.
Yeah.
Yes.
With the Viper.
Katie.
The Viper.
Katie was just buffaloing you at every turn.
That's right.
Don't worry,
was
I'll
fun.
send you a picture from my hot tub tonight and tell you all about it.
Hey, Kim and Katie, it's been a slice.
Toodaloo. Safe travels.
No,
Take it easy.
Take it easy. That's so weird. My fact checks, my 2 cents on last week's episode. Yeah, it is a big deal if people skip the last leg of their layover. It's a logistical nightmare. Like, airports, it's such like a miracle and marvel that they're able to coordinate all those flights. And so when you have people that are ducking out on the second leg of a flight, what it really messes up is other people trying to travel, because it's like, well, send the plane empty. Well, okay, you can't just send the plane empty. I mean, like, yeah, you could, like you absolutely could, but like the thing is, like, if you're just wanting to go to Chicago, don't book a flight to New York with a layover in Chicago, because what happens is now you have families that are trying to get from Chicago to New York, and now all of a sudden they can't do their trip because it says the flight's full, right? And if the flight's full, the flight's full. Like, but if it's listed as full, but it's like, well, no, it's got these like half empty seats because
this is a thing you're allowed to do, is like duck out on the second leg of your trip after your layover. There's all these families that are like, okay, I've been trying to get to New York. Like, I could have, like, there's open seats. I could have gotten on there, and it's just that same thing. It's just like, look, without rules, the whole world falls into chaos. You got to uphold somebody to something. I think you guys are wrong to assume, like, well, a lot of these people just don't want to pay the extra. The example of, like, the mom with, like, the toddler, if you have a child under 2, you're actually not able to buy a ticket for them. It's unsafe. You have to provide a car seat. You have to provide your own car seat. Now, you are welcome to do that, but if they are under the age of 2, you can't just let them like free ride in a seat. They're too small. It's not safe. So they have to be a lap sitter. Obviously, it's like you need to be fully prepared to be like, yep, this is me for this like 6-hour flight. Like, we fly to Oregon about every year. There's nothing fast about it. It's like a 15-hour journey for 7 hours of flying. It is hard, and we're a whole family of 5. So, I don't know. Anyway, I guess that's it. Okay, bye.